Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Having like a bad connection. I don't know why. Like I'm having a bad connection. So in case this live, if in case it fails or something happen or we have some technical difficulties, we'll come back. We'll come back on. It's not gonna be a long laugh. It's not gonna be a lengthy laugh. Just wanted to show you guys some stuff that we came across and have a quick discussion. So when you guys get notification, go ahead and jump in the chat room. Connection is unstable. If you're on Wi-Fi, try plugging. Wait a minute, why is my connection unstable? If you guys can hear me, jump in the chat room. Because I might have to log off and come back in. I don't know how my connection is right now. Let me message some people and see what's up real quick. Until I start seeing some people in the chat room, I'm not going to begin. Okay, again, we're not going to start until I see some people in the chat room. So I can kind of confirm whether or not y'all can hear me. Okay. Okay, I just got the alert. Y'all can hear me. Okay, so anyway, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna move forward because I don't want a lengthy lab, especially when the lab actually downloads to a video. I don't want this long, dragged out introduction. I'm not gonna go back and edit this video 9 times out of 10 because your girl got a lot of stuff going on. Anyway, you guys, it's your girl Malika. I'm coming for y'all with a quick live. We're gonna show a video and just have a quick discussion on this video. The last time we talked to y'all, we already knew that they were going to go ahead and they were leaning more towards the accidental death. We already saw it coming with the journalist Paul Goddard, I believe his name is. So we already was looking at that. We already knew where they were headed. So of course, for those that don't know, that's exactly what they did. And right after we got off lab, you guys, the autopsy came out. Like literally maybe like an hour after we got off live. So it was a preliminary autopsy that came out, and yes, they had ruled it to be equivalent to the accident or to coincide with the injuries of the accident. So of course, like I told you guys, we if that was the case, we were going to be looking deeper into this case because we do believe that um if it's a cover up, it's for a reason. And so is no harm in just looking into the case a little bit further. And because we still have some unanswered questions, right? So it's a go. It's a go. It's a go for me. It's a go for the team. And we didn't really we've been following this case, but we didn't really want to, pinpoint out nobody. We've had discussions, of course. We had discussions publicly. We've had tons of discussions behind the scenes, but we didn't really want to just lean towards one theory or just start calling people out. We just wanted to take our time with it and kind of see what Gary Police Department did. And once we see where they're going with it, so now we're like, okay, it's a go. Let's start digging. Let's start getting dirty. Y'all know how we do. We start from the bottom. We work our way to the top. Everybody is guilty unless otherwise, unless proven innocent. Y'all know how we do. So that's just what it is. Okay. So we're gonna start here. Okay, everybody that want to team up with Team Malika with the World Watchers, this is where y'all should be because we don't. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, and when I say it is what it is, whatever pushback we may get or whatever, it is what it is. I mean, we've been here, done that before, and so y'all at the right place. Okay. So we're gonna start here. Because they're saying accidental death, because they're trying to say that this girl actually drove herself off the road and walked to her demise. We're gonna kind of take a look. I want to kind of start here and take a look at this actual path that they saying that she could have taken. Now, from my understanding, there's only two ways she could have gotten from the accident site to where her body was found. Now, we're going to completely rule out walking across highways and barriers and all of that stuff. I'm not going to say we're going to completely rule it out, but we're just not going to look at that right now. Okay, we're going to look at the path that she allegedly took going through the woods. Okay, going through, so we're gonna look at that path right there. And we're gonna also keep in mind that this is late at night, wee hours of the morning. So this path that we're gonna look at, this video that we're gonna look at is shot during the daytime. I'm gonna say her name, give her props and her respect for even doing this, because I knew it took take a lot for her to even do this. Okay, so we're gonna kind of like look at the path and just ask ourselves some questions. Okay, so a lot of this video is going to be us just kind of watching, observing. Y'all can communicate in the chat, that's fine, but I'm gonna try not to say much unless I just really absolutely have some questions. We just watching this path that they're saying that Ariana Taylor took. Okay, so we're going to kind of like watch that path, look at that path kind of closely. um like I said, this lady did a reenactment of the path. Keep in mind that it was dark, nighttime, and whatever kind of questions y'all want to raise, we'll discuss that towards the end. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the video. I don't want to be long. I just want to kind of give y'all a briefing on what's about to go down. So for those that don't want to sit through this live, that's fine. Those that do, come on in. Y'all welcome. Everybody is welcome. It's not about me. It's not about you. It's about getting this family justice and trying to get some answers, okay? So, y'all, I'm pulling up the video. Just give me a second. All right. Okay. And it's no sound. Okay, I'm letting y'all know now. The video has no sound. It's all about just really trying to place, try to place yourselves along this path that they're saying that she took. Okay. So let me make sure I blow it up too. Okay, so the video actually starts. Is it on? Let me see. Drop me a one if y'all can see it before I start. Okay, y'all, and the video actually starts at the accident site. So the beginning of the video, it starts at the accident site. Y'all can see the trails and everything from the car, and she's going to walk down the road that Ariana Taylor actually supposed to taking. Okay, so let me go ahead and start it. So she leaves the accident site and she begins here. And hello, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. For everybody that's just coming into the chat room. Yep. Who is that? Chosen one. Yep. I got paid, and I'm rich, rich. Welcome. Okay, so y'all pay attention as she walked this path. This is the path that this woman's supposed to have walked while she is intoxicated, so-called intoxicated. We haven't got toxicology report yet. We just going by what they say. So-called intoxicated and just was in a horrible car wreck. This is the path that she was supposed to have taken. Okay. And I don't know if we're gonna actually play this whole lab right here. Yes, and also this lady said it took about 14 minutes for her to actually walk this path. So I don't know if we're gonna play this whole video. I might kind of skip down towards the end where we can actually see where okay, I'm getting a lot of messages, y'all. I ain't thinking about that stuff. I'm not thinking about that stuff. Let me go back a little bit because I kind of no, I ain't passed it. Let me see if I can stop real quick. Because I wanted y'all to kind of pay attention to, I'm getting distracted and I don't care about that stuff. I wanted y'all to pay attention to these trailers over there. So just keep in mind these are homes, trailer parks right over there to the left. Okay, which makes me kind of wonder if she needs some help, why wouldn't she knock on any doors? I mean, I don't know. I mean, would you guys do it? Like, just think if y'all was just in a bad wreck, let's just say your battery is low, your phone, unless you have somebody that's on the way and you told them where you on your way to and they supposed to be meeting you, wouldn't you kind of like go somewhere for help? Like you think that it wasn't any homes or nowhere around that she could have got help from. Not to mention, okay, so we got trailers over here to your left, a whole trailer park community, and you have right over here to your right the freaking highway. Okay, right over here to your right, you had a highway. So what they want us to believe is instead of her crossing over right here or going to these trailers, knocking on somebody's door and asking for help, that she continued down this dark path. Remember, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, we know it's after 1 a.m. between 4 a.m. She's walking this dark path that night by herself, injured and allegedly intoxicated. Come on, y'all. And somewhere along the lines, she decided to take her clothes off, her own clothes off. Okay. And somewhere along this path, she decides to take her own clothes off. Now, remember, you guys, I am not giving y'all this narrative. This is what they want us to believe. For anybody that's just jumping on here, this is what they're telling us. This is what they want us to believe. Again, let me give a shout out to this lady whose video I'm using. Let me give a shout out to her. Okay, maybe I'll just do it towards the end of the video because I'll wait to the end of the video. But I'll make sure Tia, make sure if I don't give her a shout out, we put her name inside the chat room or at the end of this video. No way this beautiful girl did this to herself. I agree. I agree. No way she did this to herself. No way she walked this long path. I mean, did you guys see that it was different options that she would have had, that she could have taken, other than just walking this long path? And why would she decide to go the way that she went is another question. So it's another part of this video too we're going to look closer into, and that's the fit stand part right next to highway, is that highway 65. So it really made no sense as to how she got over that fence. So we're going to show y'all that next. I can't buy that story either, Jennifer. I can't buy it either. The walk itself seemed impossible. And then, I mean, keep in mind that she had options. She had options. Like, wouldn't you rather be seen? Like, I would rather walk towards the highway where I can kind of be seen more. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to the left, a whole trailer park community, ask somebody for help, scream, knock on some door. I mean, something. But y'all want us to believe that instead of her doing that, she just continued down this path. Now, remember, this lady said it took her around 14 minutes to actually walk this path. So she would have walked this path for 14 minutes. And in the midst of walking this path, just took her clothes off. And also remember, Paul said she undressed because she walked in a ditch or she walked in a puddle. So she had to, probably remove her shoes or what. Where do we see a ditch or a puddle? I didn't see a ditch or a puddle. Even when they started off, even when this lady started off at the scene of the accident, I still did not see a ditch or a puddle for her to have gotten into to take her shoes and her pants off. We still didn't see that. So again, what would have made her disrobe? What? I go to a house too. That's why I said I don't know if everybody is like that. But I'm so afraid of the dark, me myself personally, and like being lost in the woods and stuff like that. The first house I see, I'll knock on the doors. Excuse me, y'all. My phone is dead. You know what I'm saying. So to me, it just seemed real strange. But I don't know if everybody is like that. But I'm just speaking for myself personally. I would have went to the first door I seen, unless, like I said, unless she was walking this path and she was expecting somebody to meet her. Maybe she gave somebody a location right before her phone died or anything, and she was expecting somebody to meet her. Okay, I can understand. I'm gonna keep walking straight because I told such and such to meet me on this road. You see what I'm saying? Then I might can understand. Other than that, no, I would have walked towards the highway, or I would have knocked on somebody's door or went to one of those houses. So I just don't get it. Right. And it would have had to be a ditch. We don't even see no ditches along this path right here. I didn't see any ditches along this path right here. Especially from the accident scene before you get to the ditch. I didn't see any. Now I remember when we get to towards the fence, you see a lot of ditches and things over there where the lady was like, how in the world she could have walked over here, especially with no shoes on, but she would already had to take her shoes off. This is the bridge where her clothes. Exactly. So did y'all see any ditches, any puddles, or anything that she could have? Like, I didn't even see them cross any. I didn't see her cross any. I didn't see her step into any ditches or puddles, or even cross any ditches or puddles for any reason for her to take her shoes off. Even if she did step into a ditch or a puddle, you gonna take your shoes off and leave them there, or still carry them, or still walk with them? Why take her pants off? I cannot wait for that to come back. So we'll know whether or not those is actually her clothes that they found. So she leave her sweater or drop her sweater somewhere, or however baby daddy ended up with her sweater. But we believe it's a possibility she could have left her sweater in the car, and by him being maybe one of the first ones on the scene, that's where he got the sweater from. Just a possibility. But you mean to tell me she leave her sweater in the car? It's cold. Okay, it's cold out. She leave her sweater in the car. Just put the jacket on. And they said it's partially snowing at night. So she take the sweater off and she just leave her jacket on. End up taking her pants off and her shoes. I mean, come on. Come on. It don't make sense. What reason would she have to disrobe? It's not adding up. They definitely doing a cover up. It's definitely a cover up. Why? Who is that powerful enough to have it become a cover up? You see what I'm saying? Like, we have to ask ourselves this, like, why not actually investigate this as a crime scene from the start? Here it is. You have a car that's been in a wreck and a woman is missing from the scene. She's missing. You find evidence of her clothes with blood on it. Why not treat this as a crime scene from the very beginning? I don't think they treat this as a crime scene from the beginning. They treated it as an accident, and they knew they was going to investigate it as an accident and close it as an accident. They knew this from the very beginning. From the very beginning. I definitely think that's a possibility, Jennifer, and which that, that's one of my, I guess you can say, one of my beliefs. One of them. Because it's possible. It's possible. I'm going to put your comment up here so everybody can see it. It's definitely possible. Especially when you look at the amount of women that's missing right now in Gary, Indiana. Or not just Gary, but Indiana. It's definitely possible. I don't think she walked at all. That's possible too. That's possible too. We definitely know that this right here is the lie. This right here is the whole she walked all the way down here to her death. That's the lie. That right there we know is a lie. Okay, so y'all, right here, she's actually, like I said, it took her about 14 minutes, she said, to walk this path. So right here, she's approaching that same area where we saw all the cops, at headed towards the ditch. And remember, I showed y'all this picture on my last live. I kind of blew it up and we saw all the cops over there and they were looking, facing the ditch. So yeah, she's going behind this fence right here over in this area. And I think the video is going to stop here. I'm going to have to play the next one. Right? So this is behind the fence, that area. And remember, Kanisha and them said, like, we walked right here to the trees, but we didn't really go too far. Oh no, we walked down here, but we didn't really go too far past this fence because it's a fenced-in area right there. And she's actually, she was found behind that fence right there. So we're going to look at another video where it shows it closer. For those who haven't seen this video. I found this video to be really interesting. I really wish it would have got more views and made the news. Because to me, this kind of debunked their whole theory or their whole narrative that they're trying to paint. Yep, September Blue. Yep. Need to go back to the beginning of the story. Just my thoughts. Exactly, Beverly. I think so too, Beverly. I definitely think so too. So after showing this video, I think pretty much that we all on the same page over here as far as the fact that it wasn't an accident. She didn't do this to herself. If anybody feel different, this is just not the channel for you. Okay, or just hang around and see if we can prove otherwise. Okay, so as y'all can see right here, this is the fence that she allegedly jumped or climbed over this fence right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and play y'all the second piece of this. And let me give this lady a shout out. Tabitha Weldon. You are amazing for doing this, you and your family. Okay, she says right here in the second video, there's no way she could have walked on top of these rocks and all of these sticks and stuff with no shoes on. And not to mention climbed this fence right here. They want us to believe she climbed this fence right here with no shoes on. And look, y'all, this pole right here is like all the way up here at the top. Now, I don't do it now, but when I was a kid, I used to be a fence climber. Normally, like if the pole is a little bit lower, yeah, you could step your foot on there and climb the fence, but it's like damn near impossible standing at like 5'4", 5 foot. It's like damn near impossible to get your foot up here and hop this fence. Think about it. Like if this pole right here, if y'all get what I'm saying, was like this fence is tall, y'all. I'm gonna actually show y'all a picture of the lady standing in front of the fence to show y'all how the height of this fence, how tall this fence is. Now, if this pole right here was like a little bit lower, I can actually, again, remember y'all, she doing this with a broken, what is it called? Collarbone. Okay. So now think about it. Now, if this right here was a little bit a clavicle, or what is it called, y'all? If this right here was a little bit lower, okay, I could see stepping your foot up and it's still gonna be hard when you got a broken shoulder bone. Okay, it's still gonna be hard to do this. But if it was a little bit lower, I can actually see stepping your foot over, boom, flipping over. But look how high this pole is. Like, how in the hell could she have jumped this fence? I'll wait. How the hell could she have jumped this fence? Somebody please tell me. Any fence jumpers out there? How in the hell could she have jumped that fence? That fence is tall as hell, ain't it, Kanisha? Y'all didn't start this shit. Call her Kanika again. I'm gonna just say Nene. Oh my God. Ain't no way in the hell. It looked like one of those fences that have jag edges where you get caught. It sure do. Especially, yes, it really do. It really, like a piece of your clothing. And listen, y'all, the girl have no pants on, allegedly. The girl have no shoes on. So she don't even have no shoes that can even grip that pole right there. That can, you know what I'm saying? Like, how? Please tell me how. Please tell me how. We stand with her family when we say foul play. When they say foul play, we stand beside her family because right here, this right here for me is like y'all have to explain this right here. There's no way she could have jumped that fence. Even if y'all did say she walked that long path for 14 minutes, did not use her options to walk towards the highway or to go knock on some doors. Even if y'all said she walked that long path and decided, okay, I'm going to take my shoes off. I'm going to take my pants off. Please tell me how she get over that fence. Please tell me how did she jump over that fence. I'm going to go ahead and play the rest of it so you can actually see what's behind that fence. And it's only one way. It's ways to get around this fence. But the reason why I'm saying she allegedly jumped the fence is because this is what Gary Police Department is saying. Now, had they said she found a way and possibly walked inside, that'd be something different. But they claiming that she might have jumped over this fence. Okay, so right here, the lady is going to show you like the path going around the fence that she possibly could have taken to actually get on the other side. So you kind of got to like just pay attention because she kind of got the phone downward. And now she's actually on the other side of the fence. Okay. Right. And yeah, concrete wall where the actual highway is at. And again, y'all see homes and stuff over there, right? All type of buildings, homes, all type of stuff. Like, I don't know exactly what they are. Maybe Kanisha could tell us. I don't know what the hell they are. Okay, so she's showing you, like, even once she got back there, another route that she could have taken to end up on the highway. Now, remember, y'all, she walking this path with no shoes on. Okay, she's stepping over all this debris, all these rocks with no shoes on. With no shoes on. And leaving no bloody trail. No bloody trail. Come on. Come on. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so right here, she's going to show you like a piece of the fence that was broken, I believe. And where she was saying that, she doubted she would have walked directly through this way because of how tall, the weeds and shit are over there. So she would have had to take that other route 9 times out of 10 if she would have made it back there. We definitely don't see her hopping the fence. And this is just allegedly based off of the accident report. No, we not following it. We not buying it. Of course, she could have got dumped over there. Most of us believe that. We don't believe she walked at all. We believe she got brought over there and dumped over there. But still, right now we just looking at their accidental death claim. Okay. For those of you who just came in, let's look at the last video that she took. Oh, this is the opening right here. Okay, this is the opening right here, if y'all can see. Where the fences actually broke off at. I'm gonna go in the chat room and see what y'all saying. Bullshit. Drop me a one and let me know if y'all hear me. Not my phone. I'm sorry. My laptop died. It definitely looked like a place to have bodies. It definitely looked like a place to have bodies. And the bet is not the first time somebody have used this area to have bodies. Okay, so I want y'all to pay attention to this too. Let me blow this up full screen for y'all. Pay attention to this too. So if she had to walk this route, do y'all see where she could have went right here where the highway, another highway opening Another highway opening where she could have been out in the open, where she could have, hitchhiked a rat or hitchhiked somebody to stop you. I don't believe in hitchhiking, of course, y'all. We black. We don't, I ain't saying all black, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to stereotype us, but a lot of us are scared as hell of hitchhiking. I can only speak for me and my people, okay? I can't speak for all races. But I know a lot of us are scared as hell of hitchhiking. But think of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like she could have literally hit the highway right here. Okay, again, where she could have been. Remember, y'all, it's late at night. Okay, so the main thing, you want to be out where some light, where people can see you, where you can get some help, right? So why wouldn't she take this route right here? Right here. Okay. I'm gonna go back a little bit so y'all can see it. Go back a little bit. Go back a little bit. Why wouldn't she take this route right here? Again, because you're trying to be seen, right? Right? So no, she would cut through this part right here if this is what she did. Right there, boom, highway. Y'all see that? But no, she would walk down. Come on now. Come on now. So I found these videos that Tabitha did to be really, really interesting because to me, it really debunked a whole narrative. I really can't see her or anybody deciding to walk this path right here, especially when there's so many more different ways to get out and to get help. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And also highway footage, as far as highway footage, come to find out, the highway cameras only take snapshots every 5 minutes. So apparently, guess what, y'all? We don't have any footage. At least I haven't seen any footage of her on the highway. If y'all have seen some highway footage, please bring to my attention because I haven't seen any highway footage. So, and which would be good to know if she was being followed, if somebody was telling her, whatever the case may be. Okay, so y'all, this right here, like I said, it just to me proved that they full of it. And this lady deserved justice. Her family deserves some real answers. So yes, we decided to look more in depth into this case. Get a little team together behind the scenes, those that we trust, and just do our own thing over here. We're not trying to bump heads with nobody. We're not trying to collab with nobody. We're not trying to collaborate with nobody. None of that stuff. Just do our own little thing over here. And that's that. Like, we're not looking for anything, anything else, just for answers to see. I mean, it just don't make sense. Exactly. Why didn't she try to go back up towards the expressway? Exactly. If she was so caught in exactly, why wouldn't she try to walk towards the expressway a couple times? We saw along that path. Of course, no footage. Absolutely a cover up. Yeah, every 5 minutes, Jennifer. Let me see if I can find that information for y'all. Yep, every 5 minutes. So of course, we don't have any surveillance of her on the expressway because of the every 5 minutes. It's been a lot of information that kind of came out, and I really don't want to be all over the place. I kind of want to take time with everything and attack, I guess, every topic at a time. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being all over the place. So right now we pretty much just looking at this theory that they saying, this narrative that they created, that she walked this path and to her demise. We looking at that as bullshit. And then I guess we'll go from there. But let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see if I can pull it up for y'all. Hold on. I'm following so many different people in groups and stuff now. So I gotta even see where I got it from. If I don't, cause y'all know how I am, I'm antsy. I'm not gonna spend too much time looking for something. Anybody that know me, I get antsy. I'm not about to spend too much time looking for something. I'll be like, oh, I'll find it later and come back. But yeah, they actually had. I think it's another channel that's working on this case. If I get the name, I'll put it inside the chat room, and they actually showing the surveillance cameras from the expressway, and I haven't seen any that they showed of her vehicle. You know what I'm saying, or whether or not somebody was tailing her, but they was pretty much just explaining. Let me see your watch list. Maybe on my watch list, they was pretty much explaining that it takes snapshots every 5 minutes, and so of course we don't have anything of her on the expressway. But who's to say she was in her vehicle? Who's to say she wasn't in the trunk of somebody's car? Y'all know it's just so much. We have so little information, at least right now. So yeah, I'll have to find it and get back with y'all on that. Why is only one side of a car messed up? Exactly. It's not too much damage on the driver's side. It's a good question. It's a camera right there by where her truck is crashed. I don't know why they ain't see nothing. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? Unless they do have this footage and it's a cover up. It's a cover. It's a part of the cover up. You know what I'm saying? We don't have it. That don't mean they don't have it, or they didn't see it, or they don't know. You know what I'm saying? We just don't have it. It's not public information or public record. It have not yet been given to the public. That don't mean that they don't have it though. And just keeping it from the public, because they definitely seem like, to me, they was already they already decided to rule this as an accident from the start. That's the reason why they didn't really treat it as a crime scene, or even press the people she was last with, and the baby daddy who she was texting, and because they was looking at it as an accident from the very beginning. And the only thing they needed was the autopsy report to say some findings of injuries. Oh, yep, accident. And if she was taken advantage of that night, I don't believe we'll know. I believe that they will cover that up too. Because y'all know, I strongly feel that she was taken advantage of that night. And that's the reason why her clothes was off of her. And her shoes was off of her. You take the shoes off, slap the pants off. Okay, you don't have to remove the shirt or the bra or nothing. You get what I'm saying? All you gotta do is remove the shoes and remove the pants. And we have a whole sexual assault going on, a whole thing going on. You see what I'm saying? So, but I feel like, would we know if that was the case? Would they actually put that out there? Because that right there would say foul play, right? And if they want to cover it up and make us believe that there was no foul play, they wouldn't tell us the truth about that. But I didn't see no damn puddles along the way. Okay. And from my understanding, I don't know. I wasn't in Gary, Indiana that night, but from my understanding, it wasn't pouring down rain. It was. They said it was a slight chance of snow. It was a little bit chilly, but it wasn't pouring down rain. It was. And even if it was raining on and off, where was the puddles of water to where she was that soaked walking this path to where she had to remove her shoes and her pants? That sounds like rape to me, baby. That sounds like rape all day to me, baby. Removing some shoes and some pants now. Come on. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. But would they show us that? Would they tell us that? Exactly. So, kind of like to get everybody caught up in where we at. Definitely seeking justice for this baby and for her family. Hey Gina, especially after that fake die. Oh my God, let's talk about it. Fake doll was placed in the water. The car was located and her belongings were found. She wasn't found. I really do believe that fake doll thing was a distraction. It was a distraction, and it makes, and I'm really questioning. Okay, I'm really questioning what type of person, right? And this is just how my man work. This how my man work. What type of person got a blow up doll on deck? A human sized blow up doll on deck. Can somebody answer that for me? What type of person got a human sized blow up doll on deck? To me, that screams the perv. To me, that screams the pervert. To me, that screams somebody that would take somebody's clothes off and rape them because they ain't got no hoo-hoo in a long ass time. To me, that screams perv. Is anybody following what I'm saying or not? It's cool. We can talk about it or we don't have to. But what person got a blow up doll on deck? A pervert who ain't had no cootie cat since cootie cat had him. And that's what, I mean, I'm just saying, it just makes sense to me. It was placed there to kind of throw some stuff off. And they just probably grabbed it out the back of their trunk or out their garage or out their bedroom. Wrapped it up in a blanket. Okay. But what kind of person have one of those on deck? A damn perv, if you ask me. So I may say they don't think it's connected. I feel like it is. I feel like that thing popped up at the right place, right time, all of that. The worker that was working on the electricity light pole, and I ain't seen that before. Never came across, nobody ever came across that before. You know why nobody ever came across that before? Because it wasn't there before. Because if anybody's seen that blow up doll, it was the size of a real human body. So if it was there before, matter of fact, we need to find out when the last time somebody actually worked in that area. Because if it was there before, somebody would have seen it. And they would have been called it in. That thing was purposely placed there during a search of her to throw everything off. And I believe as a mockery. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion. Someone that's a sex addict or someone that even, you know what, Jennifer, I'm even believing people that's sex addicts. It's so many different ways you can get sex, like internet and, you know, stuff like that. And I'm just believing there's somebody who's just like a perv. You know what I'm saying? Like a straight up perv. I don't know. Maybe I gotta look into the psyche of a person that you know, but I think it's connected. That's why if I would look into it, it's because I think it's connected. But I might have to look at the mind frame of somebody who you know, carry blow up dolls or, you know. But to me it screams perv. And somebody that know that area really well, I think so too, Beverly. Somebody that know that area well enough to know why they hear, I'm gonna put this there. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that know not only the area, but where the searchers were actually at during the time that they were searching. So it had to be somebody that was paying attention. In my opinion. Somebody that was paying close attention. Right? Do y'all think that? Yeah, they didn't want her original clothes on her body because of how much evidence she could be found on them. Like the reason. Let's see, it just went up. I feel Rosemont didn't give Kanika mom her shoes and clothes. That's a good point. Profiling is needed, most definitely. Most definitely. Most definitely. Someone who wants to bring people searching off track while they place her real body in that ditch. That's who places lifestyle dolls with they sick ass. Yes. Yes. But you know, it's so many different ways they could have, I guess, and remember y'all, like we was talking to, if for anybody that don't remember, Nene was actually out there too. A couple days she was out there, you know, during the search. And I remember talking to Nene when she first was out there and we was kind of communicating. The one thing she kept saying to me is, And this is before anything. This is while they were still searching. And Nene is in the chat room. She can confirm it. But she kept saying, like, Malika, something is just off. Like, I feel like it's somebody that's along in the midst of the searchers. And I just feel like that they just know and they communicating with other people. Like, like I just feel like something is really off. And so she was like, so, we just really being discreet about how we move, we not using no cell phones and this, that, and the other, and so it wasn't just hearsay. This is coming from somebody that was actually, in the midst of it. Like, nah, something ain't right. Like, I feel like we being guided it into the wrong direction, or I feel like somebody, just put that dial out there to kind of throw us off. So she in the midst of it, like, yeah, something ain't right. The whole step of the way while she's there, me and her, she said, nah, something ain't right. Something ain't right. I see the distraction. I know it's a distraction. Something ain't right. And I feel like somebody in our midst is a snake. I feel like we have some snakes along our midst. Did you not say that, Kanisha? You said, I feel like we have some snakes along our midst. Something ain't right. And all I kept telling her is just, Kanisha, just be careful, just make sure wherever you go, you have a partner or a team or a group of people with you. Just be careful. But she was saying that the energy, even amongst the searchers, it was, a particular person or maybe a couple people that just wasn't right. And you could just feel it. So the distractions was there, I believe, at least from talking to her. Just imagine what else happens in that area, secluded. Yes. That's a ducked off ass area. To me, the lady actually said on her post, she believed that the body was tossed from off the highway. Okay. And I guess you can actually see that if you think about the direction. If it lands up the direction that the body was in, yeah, that could have been a possibility. But because it's so close to the highway and it's actually right behind, and it's a big ass ditch right, shit, I can actually see people tossing bodies back there from off the highway, to be for real. But if you got cameras and stuff right there, who gonna do that, right? So I don't know. Yeah, Nene was talking about it. Yeah, she was saying that from the get-go. That area where Ariana was found was very strange too. I definitely got those vibes. People coming out on golf carts and helping search made me feel super uncomfortable. Yep. Yep. So she was saying that too from the very beginning. So yeah, y'all, it's definitely some foul play. And we stand on that. It's definitely some foul play. As far as like with the females and stuff, like, starting from the beginning, I think, y'all, we have to start there. Start gathering evidence as far as that night, her hanging out with them that night, because me myself personally, I think that either something went wrong or it was a setup from the beginning. And the reason why I say either something went wrong, like what I mean by something went wrong, like they fell out or they got into it, either something went wrong or it was a setup from the beginning. The reason why I feel like that is because, for one, the video, the "Now It's Not Safe for You" video. But like I said, even though that video is a little sus, we don't know if somebody took that particular part from her snap video to say, up, look what these bitches did. Y'all get what I'm saying? It could have been a whole snap video. Snap videos is only up 24 hours. And somebody could have took that particular video to say, look what these bitches did. I'm just saying, it's a possibility, right? So, but the video, the fact that it's out there and all we have is that particular snap video, it looks sus as hell, right? So I'm thinking like either starting there, something went wrong, like they must have had a fallout. And the reason why I think they must have had a fallout is because we don't have proof of them even dropping her off to her house, or dropping her off at her vehicle. So I'm wondering if they get into it and it's kind of like, bitch, walk home. Excuse my language, but I can only be real with y'all. When I kick it with y'all real, y'all get it more. You see what I'm saying? If it was a type of we fall out, and I'm gonna pull up, and get out, walk home, and so from my understanding, I still haven't got this really confirmed, but from my understanding, security saw her recklessly pulling out of her vehicle. So if that's true, that would make sense that she, they don't. How am I saying this? It would make sense that they don't have the girls on footage dropping her off if they put her out the car at some point and she walked. Okay, y'all get what I'm saying? And it would make sense for them to actually see her pull out recklessly because she could have been pissed. If are y'all following me? It's so much in my head, and I'm really trying to lay it out because it's so many different avenues and so many different do y'all get what I'm saying? So I'm really trying to lay out everything and get it to where y'all really understand what's in my head. So I'm thinking like it could have been a falling out, and this is the reason why you don't see them drop her off. Okay, because it could have been more like, they got into it or whatever, and they put out and she walked the rest of the way. That's a possibility. Okay, and she got in her car and sped the hell off, or whatever the case may be. Or the fact of the matter is, she never made it, of course, back, and it was a plot, a setup from the beginning, and she never made it to her vehicle, which is what a lot of people believe. And her truck was actually placed there, and the scene was staged and all that right there. So it's two, I believe, y'all, it's two different ways we can start looking at it. And we can look at it this way, as if we could start back kind of looking at a plot, y'all know, and trying to see if there's any type of things that make sense as far as a setup, and try to figure it out. Or if she fell out with them, got in her own car, fled off, where was she headed? And just so it's to me, starting from the beginning means looking at both of those areas, if y'all get what I'm saying. Drop me in the chat room and let y'all know if y'all feel what I'm saying or if I'm just kind of off. Because I work as a group. Sometimes my mag can pull me left, it pull me right, and But that's the reason why I kind of like to work as a group, so y'all can kind of help me with where I'm going with this thing. Let's say no 5-minute camera rule and it's police cover up. Yeah. And I don't think that was information. I can't say they didn't know that, but I'm gonna say I don't think that was just information that's just out there. You know what I'm saying? But who knows? Who knows? Yeah, that's a good question too. And was that her driving the vehicle? Security say, they see her pull out and recklessly. If that's the truth, and that's another thing too, y'all. We have so much already. Just look into this case. We have so much back and forthness. Y'all know, like security saying she pulled out recklessly, and then somebody just recently reported, oh, nobody saw her pull out in her video. You know what I'm saying? So it's so much back and forthness. This is just kind of what, like I'm saying, like where I'm at in my head, as far as with what we have, the information that they've given us so far. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of this stuff still haven't been confirmed or not. I haven't seen any actual, legit reports of the security or statements from security saying, yeah, I see. We haven't seen that. All we really doing is going based off of hearsay. And like you said, September, if they did see the car pull off, who's to say she was driving? Like, it's so much to it. It's so much to it. So, and we have to really know. You need our spirit talk to us. I felt weird, unsettling vibe, but they couldn't free him on me for winter protest. I understand that feeling, Queen. Yes. Yes, Truth or Reality should do a piece on this. He probably did already. I mean, he normally on top of a lot of these cases, but I don't know if he really dig deep and start like investigating and stuff. I think he just pretty much report on cases. I don't know. I haven't followed him in a while, but yeah, maybe y'all send him an email and tell him about him. He usually be on top of stuff like this. Did they find her car keys? Then it's a lot of back and forth about the car keys. It's a lot of back and forth about her phone. And it's a lot of back and forth about a wallet. You know what I'm saying? So really, I think we kind of gotta, when we do start from here, we gotta have facts when it comes to all that stuff. Like, was she even carrying a purse or a wallet? Who do they have it? Like, do the police have this stuff? Well, I don't know. I would love to hear. I'm really not pushing for, but I'm really just, calmly, patiently waiting for her family to maybe release more stuff because we can really kind of, take what they say as facts. But other than that, it's so much back and forth and stuff coming from these groups and everywhere else and off YouTube to where you just really don't know what the hell to believe. Was there always snakes in the grass that we wouldn't even think, even as far as activists? It's so unreal. Oh yeah, I know. And that's the reason why I'm kind of glad her family didn't go that route with, because I'm pretty sure it was activists right to left, probably calling her phone, beating her door down and everything, because a lot of times they see this as an opportunity to be, front and forth. What is it called? Front and center. So I'm really surprised. You are still in here. Oh, I thought you was the other one that came for me. I remember you, Sharks. You good. Okay, you said, have you heard of Missing? Yes, I actually heard of Missing and Trafficking Channel. I spoke to her earlier this morning, you guys. I had a conversation with her earlier this morning. Um Pebbles, I believe her name is. I don't want to say anything that's, I know they got some few nicknames for her, but I think her name is Pebbles. I spoke with her earlier this morning and we actually I might have her on the channel and kind of catch us up with some information and stuff that she have. If she do come on and speak, we're gonna be polite, we're gonna be respectful, and we're gonna just kind of have her to catch us up on the information. Because the one reason why I wanted to speak with her behind the scenes is because I know that she's been front and center of doing this investigation of this case. So I figured that we have to kind of keep a open dialogue with people, with other people that's reporting on this case, because if we all work together, like I said, it's not about me, it's not about her, it's not about none of us really. It's about getting to the bottom of this and just stand on the path of seeking truth and bringing justice to this baby. So I just figured, like, if we was to communicate with other people behind the scenes who work this case, then maybe we can all exchange information. We can kind of stay updated, keep each other updated, share some thoughts on the case, things like that. So yeah, I have actually spoken to her this morning, and she agreed to come on here and talk with us. And we just in the midst of kind of putting that together. So look forward to that, y'all. Look forward to that. Me working with Miss Pebbles. I think it's gonna be great to have her on. And see, a lot of people don't know too, because people that's normally front and center of these cases and things, normally they get the most information, whether it's real information, mixed information. They be targeted by a lot of people, and people are constantly sending them things. And so you have to sort through all of this stuff you're seeing. And of course, if you put anything out and it might not be true, it might not be real, I don't think especially if you genuine, I don't think it'd be intentional. You know what I'm saying? Y'all have to understand, like, you get a lot of overwhelming information, and some of that stuff you be like, shit, this makes sense. It look authentic, but it's not. And when you put it out and you share it with the people, it's like you're not saying, you're not thinking that, okay, my name is gonna be on the line or my reputation is gonna be on the line. You're not thinking that. You just thinking like, damn, this sound or look like it might be authentic. Let me share it with the people and see what they think. And so at least that's the way I come across. You know what I'm saying? And so when you do it that way, and then all of a sudden you become a distraction, all of a sudden you put out false information, all of a sudden you're not authentic, you're not genuine. And that's just not always the case. It's not. Some people don't have to do this. They don't have to do this. And they do it. And they do it with good intentions and really with a good heart. You know what I'm saying? And it's just that, yeah, we human. We might fail at some shit. So what? We human. We might get some stuff wrong along the way, but that don't mean that our intentions ain't good. So when she do come here and she do speak, we will give her the respect and the microphone to say whatever it is she need to say. And like I said, right now we can't take everything we hear as face value anyway, as facts anyway, because we really don't have a lot we working with. But at the same time, yeah, I do believe Pebbles have some information and she can help us make it make sense, right? So that's my belief on it. That's my belief on it. And I ain't all with all that childish stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that we were really on a great path when it came to Kanika case. And I feel like I was misled from bad distractions. And people will target you once they realize you are on to something. People will try to distract you and get you off course when they realize that you own to something. That's just period. And that's facts right there. Okay, and it could be just people that just want to make a damn fool out of you. It could be people that have absolutely nothing to do with the case, and they just behind the scenes. They like, I don't like Malika because she thinks she the stuff. She thinks she gonna speak her mind. I don't like her, and I'm gonna throw her some stuff just to make a fool of her. People do that. You best believe it. So you got to dust it off now, laugh it off now, and keep on moving because the goal is to find her justice, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to keep moving and dusting all that bull stuff off and get the job done. And just understand it's going to be trolls. It's going to be distractions. Period. Period. So yeah, that's one of my biggest regrets to this day. God knows what my biggest regrets to this day is. I'm gonna let y'all know my biggest regret to this day is allowing people to get me off track when it came to fighting for justice for Kanisha. Because Kanika, I'm sorry, I'm speaking so fast. Because I know my true intentions and I know my heart. Okay, and that was like my biggest regret. Is to allow people to drive me away from where I was at and what I was doing. Okay, and so I kind of ate that. And I was like, Lord, if you ever send me back out there, sheep amongst wolves, I'll be a little bit more experienced. You get what I'm saying? Because that's exactly what you are, a sheep amongst wolves. That's exactly what you are. And they waiting to devour. Kanisha, I don't think we can be friends no more because I keep mixing your name up. Your name just too similar. In Kanika case, if y'all don't know, go back and watch my videos. I did that a lot. Okay, so, but anyway, yeah, I have to eat that up, and I just refuse to allow myself to get distracted again and go through that again, not get chased away from some shit. Like, nah. I refuse to. Most definitely, kid, and we make sure his mom gets. That's right. It was a lot. It was a lot of them. Who just said that? September. It was a few of them. It was a lot of them that did. It was a lot of them that did. Yeah, it was a lot of them. It was a lot of them. And it was just horrible. It was horrible. It became emotional, spiritual uh disaster. Like it was just horrible. And then I'm thinking like if we stand together as a people, as a people that want to prevent this stuff from happening to someone else, then we should be locked in, like for real, especially when it comes to YouTubers, because we really all we have outside of, you know what I'm saying, like regular journalism and things like that, news stations and stuff like that. Like we should be locked in because it's a lot of stuff they not gonna say or put out. We are. A lot of digging that they not gonna do, but we are. So we should be locked in, like exchanging information and all that stuff, like putting videos together, you know what I'm saying? Coming together, raising money, getting private detectives, all that stuff. But you got people that's greedy. They want that for themselves. They want the name for themselves. They want the money for themselves. They want the fame for themselves. They want all that stuff for themselves. They don't want to collaborate with other people, even if that means getting justice for somebody. And that's just facts. Like that's period. And it's crazy. I appreciate y'all saying that because y'all just don't know. Like for real, that's one of my biggest regrets though. God know it is, I always say like, God, I wish I could just start over. You know what I'm saying? Or do it over or, pick up where I left off at. But I feel like if I did that, I would be more I would have to deal with a lot. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's just like, I don't know. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there. I'm gonna leave that right there. But y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. But yeah, so hopefully we hear back from Pebbles. Hopefully we could do a live whenever she's ready. I told her to just send me her availability whenever she's ready. I'll speak to her. And all I ask that y'all do is just, y'all have some questions for her, leave some questions and stuff. And I might even turn the comment section off and then turn it on towards the end. I was thinking, and let everybody ask her questions and stuff like that, because I just don't want no a lot of distractions. We may get some. I just don't want a lot of distractions or trolls. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep it on the case. We're gonna keep focused on the case. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got time for all that other crazy stuff. No, we don't. Hey, Miss 45, I didn't get a chance to alert you, sis. I just jumped on for a minute, share the video. Please go back and watch that video. Y'all look at the route that they claiming that she took, which we do not believe that she took that route, especially in her condition. Okay, so we just wanted to show that to y'all, because this is what they really put out there for us to believe. And like I said, it's a reenactment of somebody actually walking that route. So y'all can kind of see for yourself whether or not you feel like, and I've actually read some comments where people were saying, well, dang, I might have went the accident route. But now after watching this video, ain't no way in hell she walked that. So I really appreciate that lady for doing that video, because that changed a lot of people's minds. And so hopefully we can get more people in agreement and looking into this and trying to figure out what really happened to this young lady. Like Dirk said, they don't feel it when they die until it happens to theirs. And if it happens to theirs, it's too late. You better wake up and stand up. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Because guess what? You would want somebody to do it for you. All right. We would all want somebody to do it for us. We would want, and I always tell myself, I know some people have said, if something happened to me, keep my shit out of YouTube, whatever. No, I want you. I know what YouTubers. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do a whole private video, send it to one of my girls, and I'm gonna let them know these list of YouTubers. I need you to have them on my stuff. Okay, had them on my stuff, because these list of YouTubers right here is not gonna stop until they find out what really happened to me. Okay. Like, don't be downplaying. Now, I hear a lot of times, fake social media investigators and Facebook investigators. Don't be downplaying Facebook investigators. Look at you. You had a woman on Facebook go out there and reenact that whole little path for you, didn't you? It was a Facebooker that did that, wasn't it? It wasn't Paul. Guess what? Paul Goddard, he's a journalist. He had all this time in the world to go reenact that path and show y'all why he feel the way he feel. He could have reenacted that path and showed y'all, I believe the puddle was right here. I believe she got wet right here, took her pants off right here. But did he do it? No. It took a Facebook investigator to do it. So don't downplay us, baby. Don't. Because when they say accident, we say hell no. So don't downplay us. For real, for real. Okay. But anyway, y'all, so we're going to go ahead and get up out of here. And hopefully we can come back on, like I said, once I get a word from Pebbles, and do a live with her. So I'll let y'all know in advance when that time may be. And I'm gonna get ready to get up out of here. But thanks y'all for joining in and listening to the live. I hope you guys share this video, like this video. So and another thing about this video that this lady did on YouTube, in my opinion, it didn't get enough views. It haven't got shared enough. I actually think that they should have showed this on the news, like a news clip or something, like a lady have reenacted the path, because this was deep to me. Okay, this was like really, really deep to me. And it opened up a whole can of worms, and it actually, to me, proved the possibility of foul play. At least for them, we know foul play, but for them, it should prove the possibility of foul play. So I don't think that video got enough attention. That's one reason why I told Kanisha, I said I have to do a live and show this video, because to me that video did not get enough attention. People need to actually see what she did, put on a thinking caps, close your eyes, walk this path as if it was 3-4 in the morning. And here it is, you have the highway over to your right, you have a trailer park community to your left, but no, you decide to continue on down this path. Consider the fence. Consider how in the hell she could have had gotten over the fence. It's just so many things in that video alone to me that screams foul play. And so now that we all on the same page, let's get ready to crack this shit open. Let's get ready to find out what the hell really happened to Ariana Taylor. Y'all with me or not? Y'all with me or not? Y'all ain't with me? Go ahead and dismiss y'all stuff. If y'all with me, let's go. Let's get it. And let's make this shit make sense. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm out and I will talk to y'all another time. Have a blessed day, y'all, and be safe. Love y'all.